Making our headlines this Monday, July 14th. Cabinet advances policies on cost of living, housing, and education. The Ministry of Health urges vaccination amid rising U.S. measles cases. And Cayman athletes win medals at the 2025 Island Games. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, the official source for government information. I'm Elizabeth Charles. Since their swearing in on May 7th, the new government has maintained steady momentum, advancing key policies through cabinet decisions on appointments, education funding, and legislation. Some of the outcomes from Cabinet's most recent meeting on July 2nd included approval of appointments to the National Housing Development Trust Board, with an aim to strengthen oversight for affordable housing initiatives, which I know we are all excited for. They appointed Mark Scotland as chair, and Eduardo Thompson, Heather Lockington, Shamari Scott, and Sarah Elizabeth Larson as directors.
As housing and access to housing is a key focus area of this administration, this cabinet approved the drafting of critical amendments to the Registered Land Act 2018 revision on the 21st of May this year.
Additionally, appointment of new members to the Nursing and Midwifery Council were made, alongside the reallocation of $214,000 for medical scholarships to student enrichment and support services. Meanwhile, Cabinet approved a memorandum of understanding with Jamaica's Ministry of Health and Wellness to support local nursing education and bolster the healthcare workforce. Authorization of drafting instructions for updates to the Education Act and Auditors Oversight Act also took place, as well as new legislation related to the Submarine Cable Modernization Project and trademarks regulation. Review and tabling of key economic reports, including the Consumer Price Index, the Labor Force Report, and other reports by the ESO, including the Quality of Life Report, was also completed. As it pertained to issues in the Quality of Life Report, which noted that traffic was an issue for people who were living in the Cayman Islands, the Minister for Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing, and Infrastructure, the Honorable J. Ebanks, noted that rising transport costs are putting real pressure on Caymanian families, he said. He's adding that's why transforming public transformation is a top priority. Adding, our focus is on delivering a modern, efficient, and affordable system that will give people real alternatives to private vehicle use. Work is already underway to shape this vision into action, and we are committed to making visible progress in the near term. These changes, as discussed in Cabinet on July 2nd, are designed to hopefully improve public services, make them stronger, as well as reinforce our infrastructure and better support students and families across Cayman. The Cayman Islands Ministry of Health is urging residents to ensure their measles vaccines are up to date following a surge of over 1,200 confirmed cases in the U.S. as of July 8, 2025. This, by the way, is the highest since measles was declared eliminated there in the U.S. in 2000, with cases reported near Miami as well, which we already know is a common travel hut for us residents. The risk of importing measles is heightened at this time, so please be on the lookout. Measles is a highly contagious viral infection that spreads through airborne respiratory droplets when an infected person coughs, sneezes, and talks. Symptoms begin 10 to 12 days after exposure and include high fever, cough, runny nose, red watery eyes, and small white spots inside the mouth. A distinctive red rash appears a few days later, starting on the face and spreading downward. Measles can cause serious complications, especially in young children. Cayman has maintained strong vaccination coverage, with about 90% of children receiving their first MMR dose, that is measles, mumps, and rubella, by 15 months and 97% by school age. And no measles cases have been reported here since 1990. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Nick Gent had this to say.
The Ministry is closely monitoring developments in the US and Europe and will continue to stay vigilant regarding new measles cases. The best and safest way to prevent infection and limit the potential for outbreaks is through childhood immunisation. The measles, mumps and rubella vaccine, sometimes known as MMR vaccine, is available free of charge from Public Health and provides a high level of protection after 2 doses.
Residents are also urged to practice good hygiene and keep unwell children home until fever-free for 24 hours. Testing is available for free at the Cayman Islands Molecular Biology Laboratory at HSA. Now for today's sports news. The 2025 Island Games in Orkney are well underway, with the Cayman team making a strong start, particularly in gymnastics. As of this morning, Cayman athletes had secured 6 medals, all in gymnastics, including multiple golds in the women's set, individual floor, and beam finals. Standout performers include Bethany Hawkins, Ella Conan, Kirsten Roderick, Naomi Tibbetts, Sienna Santiago, and Zoe Anderson, who have all claimed top positions in their events. While gymnastics leads the medal tally right now with 1 gold, 2 silver, and 3 bronze medals, other sports such as athletics, badminton, sailing, squash, and swimming are still seeking their podium finishes. Tonight's schedule features key squash quarterfinal matches with both men's and women's singles players competing. 6 swimmers have advanced to the finals, promising further medal opportunities for us. Badminton team events also continue with playoff matches against Gibraltar and Gotland. The games will run through July 18th. Time now for today's weather. This afternoon, we can expect mainly sunny skies around with a slight chance of afternoon showers, around a 20% chance of rain there. Temperatures will reach a high of approximately 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be coming from the east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will remain slight with wave heights between 1 and 3 feet. Tonight, conditions will be partly cloudy with a 30% chance of scattered showers. Temperatures will drop to a low near 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will continue from the east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots, keeping seas calm and suitable for marine activities. For additional weather information and for the most reliable coverage, visit weather.gov.ky. If you're watching us on the CIG YouTube channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe if you want to stay informed with the latest accurate government news. That's all for today's CIG News Brief. I'm Elizabeth Charles. Have a great evening.